Good morning and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. All right, we still will not have, I will talk to the chat if it arrives, but I will not be pinning chat comments this morning because I didn't enable that feature. This is my reading nightlight that I put on my book. It only takes me a minute to really put that on, but whatever. Okay, I got a full mouthful this morning, so here we go. Good morning and welcome to Mo Knows, featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. All right, shout out to the haters that come in before the rest of the folks and leave. That sounds like a thumbs down moment. So we know what to do. Or I gotta remind you all the time, make sure you thumbs up the video. It'd be helpful if you thumbs up when the video is in live, because according to the other big YouTubers, the famous YouTubers up here, they said that once you thumbs it up, it gets more awareness. They call the word engagement. Once there is engagement. Again, today's episode is straight out of the K unit. It's straight out of the K unit. Lord, one of these days I want this scenario to change. But today's commentary is satire and the potential theory, or the potential focus. Today's focus may explain the day-to-day activities that occur in that fictitious community, that J4K community that I refer to in reference as the cemetery, but it's K unit. I was going back in some old videos and I remember when I used to call this thing K unit. All right, so I got some reaction. John had a panel yesterday and I was on the panel. You know how we do that. So I'm going to talk about that in the next 9 minutes. I don't think all of this is going down. So there's definitely going to be a Mo coming to you at Chat and Chew Time with the rest of this. I will discuss Trollgate, Coleman, and there will be more. Okay. Let me just start with a gentleman that was in my room yesterday, JT. I'm gonna reach out to JT. I think we used to communicate. I think I have JT's phone number. Or I spoke to JT on the phone in the past. So I got JT's number. I will reach out to JT on the phone. I took a peek over there in his channel. He's doing some different things over there. He's doing more than fellowship Sunday dinner. So he's out and about he's on the go. Ooh, interesting. And JT looks happier. There's been some dark moments in his life, but he just comes across He's coming across more happier. So we gotta probe and be nosy, But he looks good. So and I know he had a lot of personal loss. So I hope all is well there. But he looks let me rephrase that, because I'm up here talking about he looks good. Like, he looks healthy. Is that a better way of putting it? When you say a man looks good and you're a woman, I rather prefer to say he looks healthy. Okay, what's up next? I fell asleep when I came home from work, so I couldn't. I fell asleep, so I'm gonna have to try to connect with Myron to do that discussion. It's gonna be a Q&A. I like to call my things over here Q&A. Y'all can refer to it. I can't. So let me just say a couple of things, because I think this is part of the problem in this community. People want to tell people what their content should and should not be about, when your hand don't call for that. I'm sorry. And people want to say, if she keeps my name out her mouth, then I'll keep. The names in people's mouths have already happened. Those truths, right, have already occurred. People have come in with those same statements. I won't talk about you. Don't you talk about me, and this and that. Those are petty contracts. For a contract to be successful, it must have, on both sides of the contract, it must have a benefit and a consideration. What does that mean, Mo? It means that each person involved in the contract must get a benefit out of it for them to give you the consideration of whatever it is that you want. If there's no benefit on both sides of the contract for doing something, you won't get a fulfilled contract. You will get a breach of contract. There must be a benefit and a consideration in a good contract. You people make these verbal contracts out here, and they only benefit one person. It's not a mutual benefit. Right now, if many of these channels out here, and so I'm speaking straight to John, because John and I had a discussion after his live yesterday at some point. We had a discussion, right? And I told him I would give some food for thought on some things that he ran by me about my personality. So I'm still working on those, John. But I appreciate that he took the time to tell me what he thought were my character flaws. Many of you won't. Good for y'all, because I probably wouldn't respect it anyway. But what I'm going to say is, I'm not negotiating on this platform with no other platforms that are terroristic in their existence. Point blank. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me. I've been here 5 years. I've seen you people destroy people, take people out. I've heard, because I haven't seen most of the videos. And that's very important to keep my sanity. I know you guys have made negative videos about my kids. You've talked crump. From what I've heard about other people who were upset, you talk crump about my deceased parents. Some people have alleged that people have put up my mother's pictures. All kinds of things you guys have stooped to in other places, right? We know that people have went and put up some pictures that they purport to be my home. We know that you guys have done that. So where do I then begin? We know that some of you have taken my address and called pizza delivery people to my home. So you can't come up here after you've done all of those things and say, Mo, if you don't talk about me, I won't talk about you. Where is the benefit for me to come to that agreement with you, to even consider that? Your hand don't motherfucking call for it. And that's the problem again when I come up here and I'm listening to people talking about their gangster. You mother freakers don't have no gangster in y'all. Y'all are terrorists. Your activities are bullying type activities. So when it comes down to negotiating with Mo, you can't even open the negotiations up with me because y'all not on a level playing field. You've done too much to have those type of considerations on my part. Of course, I could be the bigger woman, but right now I'm just going to be the solo woman. And I'm sorry that people do not understand what it means to be solo, what it means to stand on your own. I've been on my own too long. On my own too long to start acquiescing to people today. In this day and age. I'm sorry. Maybe some of you need to grow up and be on your own for a moment, and then you will understand what it means to be a survivor of everything, a conqueror of everything, how it means to be self-sufficient. I make my own money. Don't tell me how to spend it. You need me. You know, so some of you guys don't understand that. And I'm not mad at you because you don't understand it, because you haven't gotten to that level that I've been. You haven't been to the places that I've been. So I'm not expecting you to understand the pathways and the segues that I get there, but understand that there's no negotiations. So I see John, and I saw him last night when he tried to negotiate on the Trill situation. That's an unfair negotiation. That y'all got teams out here. But I appreciate the love, John. I really do. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you tried. And I appreciate what you said to me, because I don't want people to think that he makes those kind of requests up on a platform as he did as openly last night, and he doesn't ask the same of me. But I'm not down with no peace treaties with people, because I ain't start no wars. I keep telling you folks, I'm not at war with none of y'all. We all have platforms to report, and you utilize your platform the way that you see fit. If y'all saw fit to make me your content, thank you. That means that I was worthy of all of that. Like, you treated me the way that you treated me. It is your bag, not mine. That's your bag. That's your bag to wear. That's not mine. That really isn't. Soon my daughter be stomping through here and I'll have to go. I want to say something on the Nicola video. Nicola, I think you missed the point. You think I'm calling you out to reveal your sources. No. I'm not calling you out to reveal your sources. I'm telling you, honey, that your story didn't make no sense. And I'm telling you that a personal informant is basically, you know, they use the word confidential, or it's a confidant. It is a precious commodity. Whoever you're gossiping with, and like I said yesterday, gossiping with people around here is going to be part of the norm. And the reason why it's going to be part of the norm is because anybody that's not watching what's going down in the cemetery, people that are not down with understanding what's going on in the K unit, they are not going to understand this stuff. So, of course, the only people that you can communicate with is other people that are on this platform. So with that being said, if those are the only people that you communicate with, you're going to be consider yourself gossiping every time you crank up a conversation with somebody about something that's going on over here. The question is, when do you transform good gossip into bad gossip? And when do you transition that information to your community? So that means when you're on your platform like I am right now, I'm not speaking to John Frank's community. I'm not speaking to Glib Talks community. And good morning, Glib. I'm not speaking to Glib's community. First of all, you'll never catch this kind of stuff on Glib's community. But I'm not speaking to Glib's community, because when I'm here, I'm speaking to Mo's community. When I'm over there and I am in John Frank's and on his panel, I'm speaking to his community. And I am sharing at that moment my thoughts in his community. So I am considered a guest in somebody else's home. And I try to act like that where I go. So this is for Miss Anita. You ain't do not, you When people can't uh, go into combat with you on an equal level, right? Just in basic conversation, when they can't handle basic conversation with you, they result in insults, or they think they're going to take a dig that's going to make you feel bad. So that's the situation. All right, T, you got to give me 2 minutes. They go into, they then result to insults. So you didn't insult me by saying I was thrift shopping, because that just tells me you're a fan and you've been watching me, because I think I've been to an estate sale. Since I know I've been to an estate sale, I have taken y'all to the different types of stores I like to shop in after the fire. I have my favorite furniture stores, pickup spots, places you take people to pick up. You know, remember I told you I was a community organizer. So I worked with a lot of people, a lot of families that had low income or no income, and that was starting from ground zero. I've worked with women who have been part of domestic violence situations, who are starting over, starting new. So I know what that life is like. So I have no shames in my games. And anybody that is in my age group, you should be familiar with all of these resources. You understand? I don't rep no rich life only solely on a financial aspect, because I feel like I'm rich on the inside with how I relate to people. I feel like everything I bring to the table is a combination. It's a big smorgasbord, not your chichillery board or whatever that board is y'all eat off of, but it's a smorgasbord of things. Life is more than your finances. There are a lot of people who have a lot of money who are miserable. And there are a lot of people who have no money who are happy. And people can never understand what it is, because why that difference exists. It exists because people are living in their truth. And that's it. So, you know, I've never been on this YouTube. Don't got no massive picture of me sitting here begging anybody for no gifts. Y'all do. I don't. But, you know, I tried to put a positive spin on that, with the knowledge that other people that participated in that event will feel offended if they hear how I view those type of things. Because I know a lot of people did that event with good spirit and good heart. But not everyone did. Some people needed some things, and they wanted some things from other people, because there's a hole in their makeup. There's just a hole. They need something to fill it in. And I'm sure that there are many people who appreciated the event and the love. But, you know, people try to hit below the belt. I'm going to close on this and come back later at a chat and chew time. What I was saying in that chat yesterday, because I was commuting to work at the time, and I stopped at Starbucks to get something to drink. So I jumped on John's panel and I ordered my drink, and as I was walking back to my car, so there was some dead spots for me. So I didn't understand how, from typing in the chat, Anita went from defending 2Ps to going in deeper with on Uni. And apparently she went up there on the platform to say that she was just defending, and with that defense she put an attack out, but she had no evidence of it. So my comments in the chat was directed at that. Someone in the chat updated me on her position. So I said, and I stand on what I said. Next, you sent her in, you sent her up there, or she had enough anger up there that she was team whatever, and she was standing on that team, and her shit fell apart as she listened to the story. So I was just like, man down, send another one up there. Figurative speech. Y'all sent somebody in who was weak at protecting your position as I saw it. And I said, man down, send another person in. So when she gets off the platform, she comes back, I want to address Mo. What you addressing me for? Y'all couldn't find another man down? So now you want to deflect and have an argument with me? Then you got people up there, pointing to what I said and this and that. I stand on my tools and fuse. I'm never afraid of anything. I got a life. I have a real job. I'm not sitting up here saying I got to go to work and then I don't go. 2 hours later, I'm still here. No, I go take my ass to work. So you know how this goes down. Y'all know how y'all do. I'll modify the thing. I want to talk about that Trollgate, that Trollgate video that Black Truth put out. Right? You put it out, people will talk. Interesting. See how the tide turns two pussies? See how that shit turns on people so quick? Two pussies. See how all the people be like, oh, I'm down with two pussies until now. Anyway, I got shit to do. When I come back, I'll finish this up. So there will be a take 2 on this. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Anyway, today's production was brought to you by the M and the O. Mo. I just love me some her some days.